Christmas holidays, but Will was not very interested in celebrating Christmas with his big family. As soon as he came out of school, he saw a very beautiful girl who was wearing a red scarf. Will fell in love with her at first sight. Well, then he somehow ran and got on the bus, and soon that girl also came on the bus. Then Will's brothers were making fun of his shy nature in the bus because he lived by himself and did not have any friends. Well, then his younger sister Gwen said that before she gets off the bus, go and talk to her. But unfortunately that girl got off the bus at the next stop, but she had left her scarf in the bus. Then Will picked up the scarf, but before he could return it, the bus started. Then Will and his siblings were going to their home when suddenly a man named Leon stopped the car in front of them. Leon used to work for the royal mistress of this city, Miss Graython. Then Leon invited Will and his family to come to the royal palace for the Christmas party. Finally, when Will reached home, he saw that his elder brother Max had also come home for the holidays. Max had occupied Will's room, so now Will would have to sleep in the store. Altogether Will had 5 elder brothers and a younger sister. It seems that Will's father was a bit of a colorful person. Well, his father John had got a job as a lecturer in this city, so he started living here. Also, his mother was a housewife who loved her big family very much. At night, when they all sat down to have dinner, John asked Max where he was going for graduation. Max said that right now I am thinking about it. After this, all the boys at the dinner table started making fun of Will because he could not talk to the girl from the bus today. Well, the next day 2 farmers named Dawson and George brought a Christmas tree for their family. Both of them were very happy to see Will and wished him a happy birthday. Then they said that there is going to be a storm tonight, whereas the sky was completely clear outside. Later, Will's family gave him a lot of gifts. The gifts of everyone else were useless, but Will was very excited about Gwen's gift because she was the only one who had thoughtfully brought a gift for him. When Will opened the box, there was a beautiful watch in it. Gwen tied the watch on his wrist and asked him to wish for something. Will wished that it should snow here too. Well, when Will opened his eyes at night, he saw that it was snowing there, which made him very happy, but due to the extreme cold, he had to close the windows. But suddenly there was so much strength in his hands that even after touching them gently, the windows were about to break. Then the next day Will was on a bus top. He saw that a lot of crows had come and sat on a nearby tree. Soon the bus arrived. Will boarded it and reached the mall. Actually, he had come to buy a Christmas gift for Gwen. Soon he found a beautiful pendant which he bought for Gwen. After this, as soon as Will was about to leave the mall, suddenly 2 policemen caught him. They accused him of stealing the pendant and took him with them for interrogation. When he was about to leave the mall, 2 policemen suddenly caught him. They accused him of stealing the pendant and took him with them for interrogation. When he reached the room, Will realized that something was definitely wrong. The lights were turning off and off repeatedly, and the appearance of the policeman was also changing repeatedly. Then the officers asked him to give information about the sign, but Will did not know what this sign was. Suddenly the real form of the police officers came out and they tried to attack Will, but Will easily pushed them away and ran away. Then he realized his strength for the first time. Now both the policemen started chasing him with all their might, but he escaped from their jungle. He still could not understand what was happening and why were these people after him. Will tried to tell his father that some strange things were happening to him, but his father and the rest of the family also did not pay attention to him. Then in the evening, when Will and his family reached the royal palace for the Christmas party, the same 2 farmers came in front of Will and asked him whether he was enjoying or not. Then Will's eyes suddenly fell on the same girl from the bus, but then James came in between and started talking to her. Seeing this, Will got very angry and he took his coat and left from there. On the other hand, we see that Leon and Miss Graython were thinking whether they should tell Will about his fate. Here Will was walking alone in the forest when suddenly a man sitting on a horse and his dogs started chasing Will. Will ran away to save his life, but that man's horse was fast and he stopped Will. That man also asked Will about the sign, but Will did not know what he was talking about. But suddenly Leon and Miss Graython came there and they asked the rider to leave Will alone. Now the rider started leaving from there, but while leaving he said that in a few days he will get his powers back, and when he returns, no one will be left alive. Now Leon and his companions saw that Will was standing stunned. Then they took him back in time to an ancient world with magic. They told Will that he is an ancient warrior who saves the light of the world. They told that hundreds of years ago at a place called Great Hall, there was a war between light and darkness in which light won, but it did not end the darkness forever. Now to end the darkness, Will has to get 6 magical signs so that he can defeat the evil powers forever. He told that on your birthday your full powers have awakened, and since then he must have started seeing the signs, but soon that rider also started feeling his powers, but other people can also feel his increasing powers like the rider who came to kill him. Will was still unable to understand why he got these powers. Then Leon told that according to old stories, he is a seeker, i.e. the seventh son of the seventh son. They had an ancient book named Book of Grammar in which it was told about recognizing the signs, and only Will could read this book. Will laughed on hearing this because he had only 5 brothers and he was the 6th son of his parents, not the 7th. He said that they have chosen the wrong person. Now Will started leaving from there, but Leon and his friends said that he cannot turn away from his destiny. At the same moment, Will saw a glimpse of the coming future in which darkness had captured the whole world. Seeing this, he got very scared. And suddenly he reached a road where he was about to have an accident. Well, somehow he reached his home where he did some more research, and then he asked his father some questions about it because he was a professor of physics. But he wanted to know if light can defeat darkness. On this, John said to Will that why are you thinking about such deep things? Hey, have fun, this is your age to have fun. Well, later we see that Will was in the storeroom when he opened a drawer and he suddenly slipped and fell down due to which his leg got hurt. Then Mary called a doctor to bandage him. At that time Will was going to drink something, but as soon as he heard the doctor's voice, he understood that this is not a doctor but the same writer who had come to kill him with his dogs. Now the doctor sent Mary to another room to get some things so that she could talk to Will alone. The doctor cured him as soon as he touched his leg and said that if Will gives him the information about the sign, then he can ask anything from the doctor. After this, the doctor gave tremendous pain to Will's leg with his magic, and he threatened him and said that if he meets the ancient warriors, the writer will kill him and his family. Then as soon as Mary came back to the room, the doctor got up leaving Will in this pain and said that it will take a few more days for him to recover. After this, Will once again reached the store where he found a picture of 2 twins. He took this picture to his mother Mary, and Mary told him that Will also had a twin brother named Tom. When Will and his brother were just 2 weeks old, suddenly there was a strong storm outside due to which both the children started crying. Then Mary picked up Will and came to the downstairs room and asked John to bring Tom along. At that time John was working on his thesis, so he went to Tom's room after 1 minute, but unfortunately Tom was not there. He tried a lot to find Tom, but after that day he could not find Tom anywhere. John was so shocked by this incident that he stopped writing his thesis and went into depression. Hearing this, Will realized that a huge danger was looming over the world, so he decided to join hands with the ancient warriors. When he read the ancient book, he realized that he had many powers, like he could recognize the sign of light, he could move any object with the power of his mind, he could go back and forth in time, and along with that his body had tremendous power. Apart from this, if he wanted, he could rain fire from his hands, but Will wanted to fly like Superman, but he did not have that power, so he got a little disappointed. Well, then Leon taught Will to use his powers. At that time Will saw that the first sign was in the pendant which he had gifted to Gwen. After this he also saw the second sign, but for that he would have to go back in time with the rest of the warriors. As soon as they reached the strange world, suddenly an old woman attacked them with poisonous snakes, which immediately caught all of them, but Will got free from their clutches with his power and got the second sign as well, with the help of which he came back to the church with his team. Then after talking to Leon, Will came to know that he had an ancestor named Thomas who had created this magical science. He told that the 6th sign was once no one found it because in reality it was never hidden, but Leon said that you are from his family, you can find it. Then that night we see that Ryder met a mysterious man. He told Ryder that his dark powers are increasing day by day, but on the other hand Will has also got 2 sciences, which means he is also becoming powerful. Then Ryder asked this man to bring all the sciences and promised to reward him in return. On the other hand, Will sat down to have dinner with his family. Then James came there. He had also brought Maggie with him. This was the same girl whom Will liked from the beginning. When Will came to know that both of them have come together now, Will felt very sad. Well, after some time Maggie went to Will and said that she also has amazing powers. Then she showed Will a sign made with salt grains. Later after dinner Will also showed Maggie a sample of his powers. Then Will asked Maggie why she is with James and whether she is also from the team of ancient warriors. On this Maggie said that Will should not pay attention to these small things. Maggie said that she is not a warrior but she has come only to protect Will. Will with great courage told her that ever since I have seen you, I am feeling an attraction towards you, I keep thinking about you all the time. Finally he expressed his love in front of Maggie, but then James came there and asked what both of them were doing. Maggie said that she was waiting for James while talking to Will. After this, when Maggie left the house, Will got so angry that he ran fast to talk to Leon. Will said that I don't think I can protect the world, I do and even know how to talk to girls, what will be left of the world? Then Leon said that you are a seeker, you can do whatever you want. Also Leon explained to him that there is a whole life to impress girls. Son, now focus on your work, otherwise the world will not be saved. Now Will came out of the mail and started running in anger, due to which the trees near him caught fire. When Miss Graython saw all this, she scolded Leon. Why didn't you listen to what he had in mind? After all, he's just a boy. In a short while, Gwen followed Will and reached the royal palace. Gwen asked him if he was fine. Will said that everything is fine, don't worry. But then he saw the clouds in the sky and understood that he was going to get the third sign. Now he held Gwen's hand and while traveling through time, reached the village where some people were fighting. Will and Gwen were escaping from the soldiers. Suddenly Will saw a sign hidden in a shield. Now he followed the soldier with the shield along with Gwen and reached a boat. When Will picked up the shield, suddenly a heavy man caught him. He lifted Will and threw him in the water. Then he was about to attack Will when his eyes fell on Will's watch. Finally, the man agreed to give Will his shield in exchange for the watch. Soon Will got the third sign as well and finally he returned home after traveling through time with Gwen. Then Will explained to Gwen that whatever happened. He asked Will not to tell anyone about it and Leon scolded him because he had used his powers. Leon said that he should save his powers for the upcoming war. Then Leon apologized to Will for scolding him earlier and promised that from now on he will be his protector. Finally, when Will reached home, he saw that Max was waiting for him. Max said that he is going to stay at home for a few more weeks, but Will did not pay attention to him. Then Max caught Will by the collar and started speaking in a strange voice. Actually, at this time he was under the control of the rider. At the same time, Will realized the fourth sign. This time he reached a place after time travel with Max. Max suddenly attacked Will and threatened to kill him and asked him all the information about science. Then Will said that he knows that Max has left college due to failing in the exams. Will explained to him that his family will not say anything to him for leaving the college. Will encouraged Max to be free from all his fears so that the rider cannot control him. But when the trick did not work, Will punched Max and made him unconscious. After this, he got the fourth sign and came back to his world with Will. After some time, when Max opened his eyes, Will said that he had fallen and became unconscious. Then the next morning they saw that the snowstorm had covered the entire city. Due to this, the traffic, water and electricity facilities were also affected. Then Miss Graython called John and his entire family to stay in the royal palace to save them from the snowstorm. On the other hand, it is revealed that Maggie was in cahoots with Ryder. She was a witch who was helping Ryder to get the power to stay young forever. Now Ryder told Maggie that Will has got 4 sciences and she has to steal them from Will as soon as possible. On the other hand, Leon asked Will to meet him in the Great Hall after getting the 5th sign, but Will was still not interested in it because even if he gets the 5th sign, he still did not know which was the 6th sign. But Leon was sure that Will would defeat Ryder and free this world from the reign of darkness. Soon Maggie met Will in the royal palace and asked for the signs from him. Will was about to give her the sign when his eyes fell on the 5th sign and he got that 5th sign by risking his life and now he clearly refused to give any sign to Maggie. Now Maggie could not get the sign, so Ryder broke his promise, due to which Maggie suddenly turned into an old woman and died by drowning in the river. Here Ryder's powers had also increased a lot, so he was creating troubles in the city. Well, on the other hand, Will reached the Great Hall with the rest of the warriors. The law there was that Ryder was not allowed to come inside without being invited. Suddenly they heard the voice of Will's father outside the door, who was asking them to open the door. The warriors stopped him, but then Gwen's voice came and she said that one of their brothers has been badly injured. Then he heard Mary's voice asking for help, so Will, carried away by emotions, immediately opened the door. Actually, he was deceiving Will by imitating the voices of Will's family. As soon as Ryder came inside, his black energy covered all the light there. Now the warriors tried to attack him but he had become very powerful, so he soon defeated everyone and pushed them into darkness. Now he had to face Will. He attacked Will and asked him where his family and friends went in difficult times. Finally, Ryder said that you are a child, don't even think about saving the whole world right now. Then Ryder showed him a magical sphere inside which his twin brother Tom was imprisoned. Then it is revealed that Ryder had kidnapped Tom 14 years ago because he thought that Tom was the Seeker. Now Ryder threw this sphere into the water of the Great Hall. Will tried to find his brother but it was very dark there. Finally, Ryder threw Will into the dark cloud and left the Great Hall. Now he was out to capture the whole world by spreading darkness. On the other hand, after going into the dark cloud, Will remembered everything about the 6th sign that this sign cannot hide from him. Then Will realized that he himself is the last sign. Finally, all his powers were awakened together due to which Ryder's darkness could not stop him. Then Will came out of the Great Hall with a magical sphere in his hand. Then he took the same sign and started to kill him. With the help of his powers, the sphere captured the Ryder and his darkness and threw him into a river. By doing so, the whole city was illuminated and Will's twin brother Tom also returned free. Finally, after being separated for so many years, both the brothers met each other. Then Will said that he wanted to go back home. The warriors allowed him to go because now his mission was accomplished. Finally, both Will and Tom reached home and their whole family rejoiced to get Tom back. If you liked the video, then like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.